In this video, I am going to show you how to create an answer key test in itslearning. The reason you would want to do this is so that you would not have to type or copy and paste all of your questions and answer choices into the test feature. You could upload a PDF document of the actual test, and students would be able to answer the test questions in the itslearning test feature and have it automatically graded. So here I'm in a course. I'm going to choose my Add button, and I'm going to do Show All. I'm going to scroll down and notice that there are two test features here. We are going to use the test feature that says Test Knowledge. I am going to write example answer key as my test title. Obviously, you're going to choose an appropriate test title. In the introduction, I am going to give instructions for taking the test, and I'm also going to include the PDF file where they will actually be able to see the test questions and answer choices. So my instructions are going to say, okay, so I gave the instructions. Now I do need to add the PDF file that has the actual questions. I'm going to use this little globe here, and it's going to bring me to my files. I need to upload the file, so I'm going to browse for the file. I know it's in my downloads. It is this practice state board test, so I'm going to open that one. And you can see it is uploading it to my files here, and I'm going to save. It's saying it already exists. I'm just going to overwrite it. I probably have already added it. So now that I've added it to my web files, I still need to select it to add it to this actual test. These are in alphabetical order. That file started with practice, so I'm going to come down here. And to add it to the actual test, I'm going to press this globe here. I'm not going to check it off. I'm just going to press the globe. When I do that, you can see it automatically adds the link to the test here. You can add standards as you wish. I'm going to put a score here for an assessment, but you can choose other assessment types. And at the moment, it is not active because I still need to add the answer key portion of it. Right now, all I've done is said I'm going to create a test. And now I actually have to put the locations for the answer choices. So I'm going to save here. Once I do that, now I can finish creating the test. I'm going to go to test questions. This test is going to have all multiple choice, so I'm going to add my first multiple choice answer key here. This is just going to say question 1, and my answer choices are going to be A, B, C. I need to add one more alternative here, and this is going to be D. Okay, so here I also need to mark which answer is correct. For now, I'm just going to put answer choice A. I'm going to come back and change this later, but I want to get my first test question here, and I'm going to save it. Score value is 1. I'm going to add 100 questions, so everything's going to be worth 1 point, which will give me a total of 100 points for this test. Now the question is already here. What I'm going to do is check it off and choose copy, and then choose paste. Now I have 2 questions, so I'm going to check both off, and I'm going to copy and paste. So what this is doing is creating that same question over and over again. And as I get more, I can copy and paste more. So I want to get all the way to 100 here. So I'm going to keep copying and pasting until I get to 100 questions. So again, right now all of the questions look exactly the same. And I have a total of 32. Okay. So I have 32, I'm going to copy again and paste. I got that little error message because I did it a little too quickly. So now I have 64. I'm gonna just copy and paste 32 because that's gonna get me pretty close to my 100 mark that I'm trying to get to. So at this point I have 96 questions. So I'm gonna uncheck all of them. I need to add 4 more. So I'm just gonna copy 4 and paste. So now I have 100 questions. Now I need to go to each question. So this is going to be question 2. When I click on it, I can change this to question 2, and then I'm going to mark the correct answer for question 2. So if question 2, the correct answer is B, I'm going to change it there, and then I'm going to save. So I need to do that for each question, write the question number and mark the correct answer, and save it. And then I have an answer key. Okay, so if I want to see what this looks like, I can go back over here to this test, and now I can review test. And this will give me an idea of what it looks like for students. So it's just going to say question 1, and they're going to mark their answer. And they're going to go by the PDF file to see what the actual question is and what each one of these options. So this creates it like an answer key. Okay, so now that I have this answer key test, I am actually going to get out of here. Just pause that. I am going to copy this test to another course. So this is just kind of like a generic one, but now that I have this 100-point answer, 100 question answer key, I can copy it wherever I need to. And I'm going to put it in post-secondary. And I'm just going to put it in the basic folder. And it says, okay, this was copied. So now if I go over to that course, I can find it in the resources section. Should be right at the bottom here. You can see it says example answer key. It is inactive. That's why it's in italicized. So no students can see this yet. Only teachers can see it. And now I can actually edit the test. And I'm going to change the title because now I want to actually use it. So it's going to be Practice State Board Test. I can make any adjustments to instructions that I need. I can make an adjustment to the score type if I'd like to. I'm going to save this as it is, but I can go back and change it, again, just by going to these 3 dots and choosing Edit Test Settings. I'm going to go to my questions now, and again, I am going to click each individual question. It's going to be question 3, and I need to choose the correct answer and save. And I hope this helps. Once you have finished editing all of the questions and putting in the correct answers for each question, you need to come back over here to this Test tab, and you need to activate it. Once you activate it, then students will be able to see it, and they will be able to take the test. And again, you can review, you can actually take it when you do the review, just to make sure all the answers are in there correctly as well. And you can move the test. Right now it's at the bottom of the course tree, but you could move it into any folder you wish. Or you could also post it over here on the overview page. You can click this resource here, and you can select it from the list, and it will automatically post it on the announcements page for students to take.